Hey, welcome back. This is Rick Garza coming to you talking about the character, the habits, and the life of a professional sales athlete. And I want to make sure it's clear that being a professional sales athlete means it's a full 24-hour gig. Not only do you have a life in the sales arena, but you have a life in the family arena with your spouse, your children, your extended family. And no matter where you are, you have to be that professional sales athlete. And what that means is at work, I'm going to give you a little bit of a true confessions of what 212 can look and feel like at work. I'll give you one story where, as a sales manager, we were going through a lot of changes in our organization and new processes, new employees who weren't coming from the industry that needed to understand it in order to better communicate with our customers the proper expectations and also avoid any delays or mistakes because of lack of knowledge. So one day I just kind of had this idea. I said, there's so many processes. What if we just took one process every Friday morning and called it Process University? So I started with my team of 8. Every Friday morning at 8:15, we got together and talked about the one process that we needed to understand. And over time, it evolved from 8 to about up to 20 to 24 that would come into the conference room. Other people heard about it, and soon we added a conference call and added audio to the discussions. And then people said, well, I want to see what you're talking about. So we added the web conferencing, the PowerPoints, and next thing you know, we were able to bring in guest speakers to talk about our processes from other parts of the company on these Friday morning sessions. And for the next 2.5 years, every Friday morning at 8:15, we would have Process University. And it was something that I was passionate about, and I was willing to go that one extra degree to go from 211 to 212. And it actually not only impacted the organization, but it really impacted me because it gave me an opportunity to get better at training, at speaking, and learning the processes. Now, change the channel and look at the life of a professional sales athlete at home. We've got a beautiful wife going on 30 years. We've got 4 grown adults, a grandson, and a grandbaby on the way. And in the home environment, there's lots of room to be 212. One example is you can do that extra degree to get to 212 by slowing down enough to listen more to your children and to your spouse. You can be 212 by being able to forgive one more time and realize that you're not always right. And with 4 kids, I didn't go to any school to teach me how to be a good father and raise these kids right. But I did my best, and part of doing your best means you make mistakes and you say things or you don't say things that maybe you should have that would have alleviated the situation. And so you have to humble yourself. Being 212 means you have to recognize that you're the bigger person. You have to humble yourself and acknowledge that you had a part in this disagreement or this argument, or you really said some things that you shouldn't have said. And that requires you to go and seek that person out, seek your son or your daughter or your spouse, and just ask for forgiveness. And with humility, it will bring the walls down and it will open up a dialogue and actually create some pretty bonding moments. So I've learned a lot in the work environment. I've learned a lot in my family environment. And just from a personal health perspective, the one thing that just never ceases to amaze me, and I'll have a discussion later on in future episodes, is just how fearfully and wonderfully we're made inside our eyes, our ears, our body, our brain, the lungs, the blood, everything, bones and nerves. But I say that to say I can go from 211 and be a 212 in my health by making the time to exercise. Be disciplined in saying I'm doing this because it's going to allow me to extend my usefulness in my work with my family and just to enjoy the life that God's given me while I'm here. So a lot of ways to be 212, but remember at 211 the water's hot. At 212 water begins to boil, and with boiling water you can make steam, and with steam you can move a train. So let's go out and make it happen. B212, make some steam and move some sales. help your family, and help your company. Thanks. God bless. Bye-bye.